Hello world, it's Luann Piegott. Welcome to my live. It is super late and I haven't even changed my clocks yet. You know we have to change our clocks tonight? If you did not know, we have to change our clocks tonight. And I haven't done it yet. That's okay, I'm just like super wide awake because I slept in. So, I always sleep in on the weekend. No reason to get up, you know, so I sleep in. So I'm going to make pepper steak, that way I'll have it done and won't have to make it tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part. And so let me get my recipe here, and we're going to start. It's really quick. I love the pepper steak. It's really quick to put together, and it doesn't take long to cook. Mostly you just have to cook it to get the meat tender. So I am going to start here. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So let me put that in there. Let me get my 1/4 cup here. And we're going to start in my bowl. There you go. 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and you can use the low sodium if you want. This is just the regular. This is so good. Serve it over rice or potatoes. I usually do potatoes. This time I'm going to do rice just because it's quicker to make. I'm not going to make the rice till the morning though. And I haven't made rice for it in a while. Oh my God, let's do the rice this time. Okay, so there we have that, and then we're going to put in there. Now it tells you to put in a clove of garlic. I don't usually put much garlic and stuff because nobody in my family likes much garlic, and that's fine. So I'm going to put a little garlic pepper, and I'm going to put some ginger. So the ginger, let's see, it tells me we need a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Let me find my measuring spoons here. Okay, you're going to add that into the soy sauce, half a teaspoon of ground ginger. So I'll probably put that much garlic pepper in there too. You don't need to add any salt to this because soy sauce is basically salt. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. There you go, garlic pepper. That's this right here. I'm trying to decide what to do for dessert tomorrow. Because this is really kind of funny. It's just really kind of funny. It just shows how much my mom is. She's just kind of a kid now. So, when I have been trying to get over this cold, and I didn't cook for the last couple of weeks, she said, well, when you're able to cook again, let's see, the last time I did cook, I had made some lemon chiffon, and that just pretty much, you keep that in the freezer, so it'll last. And we had eaten about half of the lemon chiffon. So she said, well, you know, the next time when you feel like cooking again, just to save you a little work so you don't have to get too tired or anything, we'll just save this lemon chiffon, and that can be our dessert again. Because, you know, since it's in the freezer, it'll keep. So I'm like, well, if that's what you want to do, okay. So she's like, yeah, we'll just keep the lemon chiffon, and then we'll eat that. So I didn't buy anything to make for dessert for tomorrow. I bought something for next week, but I didn't buy anything because, you know, I've got this week and next week stuff all planned out. So, and I just like to get this, whatever they have in the store that they say is made for stir fry, because it's already kind of half cut up. It's just so much faster and easier because it's already half done. And it's in strips, and so I'm just going to take it and cut it into little smaller pieces so it's bite-sized. It's so much easier for Dad in the nursing home to do because he really can't even kind of cut food anymore. It's too challenging for him. So, you know, I try to make everything bite-sized if I can. So I'm just going to take all this meat and I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Because it's already in strips, so I'm just making them shorter. My cutting board over here. So this is a pound of, this tells you to use beef chuck or round. But like I said, I love to get what they already have that's cut in size for fajitas. Because it's already cut. You want to save yourself a little time, buy in the store what's already cut. Of course, I guess you could ask them to cut it for you. If it isn't, but it's already cut. It's faster. And then what I do is I you simmer it for about half an hour, and it tenderizes it really tender. So there we go. It's all chopped into pieces. So then you're going to dump it into this soy sauce, ginger, garlic thing. So there you go. Super, super easy. I want to clean this cutting board real quick. Get the meat off of there. So, Friday, when I took Mom her groceries, had already bought all the groceries. I said, so do you still have, because I thought she was gonna, do you still have the lemon chiffon in the freezer? And you know what she said? I ate it. I ate it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I left it here with you to eat. It was her idea to save it. Wasn't mine. But since that's what she said, I said, I keep forgetting that she doesn't remember anything anymore. So she probably doesn't remember she said she would save it. And so I'm like, no, it's okay. That's why I left it here for you to eat. But I really thought since she had said she was going to save it that she would have. But no, she didn't. She ate it all. All of it. So she's like, well, just don't make dessert. You don't have to make dessert. I'm like, but I want dessert. Yeah, don't make dessert, but then I don't get any either. Okay, so there's the meat. Let's turn on. I'm going to turn on. You can do this in a wok if you have a wok. I used to have a wok years ago. I don't have a wok anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. So it's pretty hot, like medium high. Okay. So then I'm going to take, and this calls for, the only thing I don't put in here is it calls for tomatoes. And you can put tomatoes in it. I've never put tomatoes in it. So it tells you you want, let me find where it says it in here. 2 stalks of celery. Okay, so I bought this kind of pre-cut celery. So that's like 6 pieces of that or something. Now I bought this originally. I'm going to wash this off. I bought this originally for a couple of weeks. No, yeah, about a week ago. It was going to be a week ago. But then I was sick, so I didn't cook. So, you know, so the celery's looking a little iffy. I'm going to make sure I get the good pieces here. Because it sat in here longer than it would have if I hadn't been sick. This one piece is a no-go here. That's a no piece right here. Let me find another one that maybe doesn't look so funky here. Here we go. It's just turning brown. But it's because I'm sick 2 weeks, so it's been in there a little longer. I'm going to cut the ends off. I'm going to go ahead and put those to the side. Let's see, somewhere I got to have a, let's just make sure this is all good. Smells good. Get out some of this other stuff. I also have red and green peppers, but I'm hoping are still good. They look good. Let me get the pepper out of here and look at it. Oh yeah, it's fine. Okay, I just want to use this bag as a trash bag. Okay, so here's the celery. So I'm going to chop this into pieces. Get rid of those ends. All right. Again, like I say, you can leave the celery out. Well, half the time I forget to buy celery and don't even have it. So you can leave it out, but if you do have it, it's good to put in. So when it gets heated up, you're just going to take your meat. You only have to let this marinate 5 minutes or so. And then you're going to dump this in to our pan. I probably could have been a little hotter, but that's all right. Put it in there, put the lid on for a minute. All right, so there's that. Then we're going to cut up. All right, let's see. It tells you that you want a cup of red or green pepper. So I have red and green pepper. And you can do a little extra if you want. This one is is not a very big one. This red one. So let me wash this off. Let me turn my vent on here. Turn that down for a minute. So pretty much all I'm doing here is cutting up these peppers and cutting up these veggies. Dumping them in there. This is one of the most flavorful things, this pepper steak. And so easy. Okay, we have a couple of dark spots here, so we'll just cut those off. Let's say this was fresher, you know, when I bought it, but when you're sick and don't cook for 2 weeks, not as fresh as it was, although it's still fine. And you can cut this in bigger strips if you want. I just like little, easier to handle, easier to eat. I think it's time for me. I'm trying to remember what time did I take that decongestant. What time was that? I don't remember. Was it 7? If it's, I think it was 7, which means it's time for more. That's why my throat's deteriorating here on me. It's time for another decongestant. I'm doing really well on the decongestant. If I take the decongestant, I'm doing really well. And decongestant wears off, not doing so well. Then I just get all that. Let's move the bags out of the way. Let's put this over here. Here we go. So here's my red pepper. And celery. Yeah, I can really tell the difference. I can really tell when it's time for decongestant again. I'm longing for the day when I can be done with that. You know what else I need too? I need antihistamine. I've been taking that, you know, 24-hour like Zyrtec antihistamine. It really helps too. Let me go ahead and take one of those now. How much of that do I even have in here? I'll need to get more of that soon. Okay, there we go. I'll take that first. Okay, there you go, antihistamine. There's one down, one to go. Let's start with that one. Okay, so then let's do the green pepper. Let's move all this to the side. Has one little spot on it somewhere. I saw it, now I can't find it. Where did it go? There it is. My little trash bag here. There it goes. I'm just chopping this into pieces. And then you're going to do, it tells you to get some green onion. Now, I didn't get green onion. I just have regular old sweet onion. But you can do green onion if you want. Do any kind of onion. It tells you a cup of onion. Like I said, I just get the regular onion. I think it's the same. Seems to be the same to me. That was the rest of that little spot right there. Okay. You know what I haven't made in a while? I haven't made chicken and rice casserole. I'll have to make that. I won't be making that next week, though. Next week, I'm going to make something called a walking taco casserole. Mom loves tacos. This is one I haven't made, so I'm going to do that next week. Walking taco casserole. Have you ever had a walking taco? I normally don't even like tacos. I love the walking taco for some reason. Probably because it doesn't use a regular taco shells. It uses like Doritos. I like it better. Okay, that's going to be enough pepper. So then let's get our onion ready. And then, I'm kind of going to be done here. Let me check my meat. I think we're done with the meat here. We're going to town. I'm going to go ahead and put the celery in there because it's the toughest vegetable. actually not going to add these peppers and onions till like the last 10 minutes. Oops, I keep bumping this. The celery I'm putting in now because it takes a while. Celery's tough. Hello, how are you doing? Just cooking in the middle of the night. That's what I do. It's not like I have anything else to do. Okay, this onion, let's peel off some of this peeling, or this outside part here. I don't know what it is about these onions lately. The sweet onions. They seem to go bad so fast now. They didn't used to do this. Now they're like, why do they go bad so fast? I don't know, but they do. So I'm gonna slice into it here. Uh-oh. Dropping some of it here. Oh. Throw in my trash bag here. I'm just going to pull apart these pieces. Oops. Okay. So it's cold, supposedly cold outside. I haven't been outside since I did my laundry earlier. I went out on the porch. It's supposed to be like 43 degrees tonight. Like it dropped from 88 to 43. That's a drop, boy. This Florida does this to us. And that's okay. I'm just glad it's not deathly hot. I really am. I think it's supposed to be like 70 tomorrow. It's going to be cool but wonderful. Very wonderful. Alright, so there we go. That's the rest of our vegetables. I'm going to dump those in, like I said, the last 10 minutes. Oh, so let me get out of my cabinet. I got to get my cornstarch. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Ooh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do them in tomorrow for dessert. I keep these as an extra. I'm going to make these brownies. Have you ever had these Ghirardelli dark chocolate or double chocolate brownies? Oh my goodness, they're so good. The dark chocolate. So yeah, we're going to make those brownies. That'll be an easy dessert that I have the stuff for it, you know. Since Mom ate all our dessert that we were supposed to have. I ate it. Okay. That's fine. Just don't make dessert, but I want dessert. Oh, she's so funny. Okay. So, I'm going to do 1.5 cups of water. So I like to make this a little bit more. It says 1 cup of water, but you really want 1.5 cups or you won't have enough gravy. Because you want some nice gravy with this. So I'm going to take this 1.5 cups here. I'm going to put it through my water filter real quick. Then I'm going to get, that will be 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Alright, so let me go and get the little bowl. And then we're going to go ahead and dump it in with the meat and the celery. So where are you? Oh, here you go. Oh, I don't want you to fall. 1.5 tablespoons. Oh, I have it right here. I don't even need this little cup. I have a 1.5 tablespoons size. All right, where did I just put my... Did I not get... Oh, I got out the brownies. I didn't get out the cornstarch. I got too excited about the brownies. Oh, well. Here's the cornstarch. Okay. This is I'm probably too tired. Oh, hi. Let me see what you're saying here. I got to turn this. Hi, Karen. You love dessert. Yes, I know. It was so funny. I don't know if you caught the story in the beginning, but when I was sick, the last week that I cooked, I made this lemon chiffon, and you can keep that in the freezer, which is normally what we do. So it would stay good, and Mom said, I'll just keep that here in the freezer, and when you finally get better and you feel like cooking again, you know, you won't have to do too much, and we'll already have the dessert. And that was her idea. And I said, well, okay. So Friday, I did all our grocery shopping, thinking that was still in the freezer. And I asked her Friday, so do you still have the lemon chiffon in the freezer. She goes, oh no, I ate it. She ate it. She ate it all. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then she's like, well, just don't make dessert. You don't have to make a dessert. I'm like, but I want dessert. I don't want to just not make it. No, I want dessert. And it was so funny. I think she just probably didn't remember. She told me she would save it. Because the day that I made it, we only ate half of it. And she's like, well, when you get better, we'll just keep that I'll just keep it in the freezer for when you get better. And then, you know, the first Sunday that you cook again, you only have to make the dinner and you won't have to make dessert. I'm like, well, okay, if that's what you want to do. Apparently it wasn't actually what she wanted to do. She wanted to eat it. So she did. And it was so funny because it was her idea. I wouldn't have asked. I mean, I left it with her for her to eat. So I didn't care that she ate it, but she was like, oh no, I'll save it. No, she didn't. Okay. Nice idea. I guess you forgot. So I got my pepper steak going here. So here's my 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to turn that back up on high real quick. So I'm going to add this water in. And then I'm going to put 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, which thickens it up. Stir it together, pour it in, and then I'm going to let that simmer for about half an hour because it lets the meat get real tender. In the last 10 minutes, I'm going to add the peppers and the onions and be done. And then poof, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to make rice for it and just serve it over rice. So let me just put all of this in here into this dish, and it's got soy sauce in it. It's got so much flavor. It's called pepper steak. So I'm just going to bring this to a boil, and then it'll thicken up and make this yummy gravy. And the meat will be all nice and tender. It's been sitting here simmering about 10 minutes, so it'll probably only take another 20 minutes. And then I'm going to make those brownies tomorrow. I'll make them tomorrow so they'll be nice and warm. But if you've never had this kind, this Ghirardelli dark chocolate, if you have, oh, they're so good. So good. She did eat it. Yes. And like I said, that's fine. That's why I left it with her. So she would have stuff to eat during the week. That's what I always do. Whatever's left over that we don't take to Dad, I always just leave it with her. So she has whatever to eat all week long, you know. But it was her idea to say, well, why don't I save it? And when you feel like cooking again, you don't have to make dessert. Well, I think she forgot. The thing is, she loves lemon. She loves the lemon chiffon. I think she couldn't resist it. So she ate it. It just really made me laugh. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, it really was funny. Oh, you ate it. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. That's okay. But I didn't buy anything. That was the problem. I didn't buy anything to make dessert with because I thought we had some. So I'm like, oh, what do I have? Well, I have brownies. So there we go. That's what we're going to have. So, yeah, it is really funny. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you for watching. And I will come on tomorrow and do my makeup before I go. You know, sometime in the morning. It'll be morning for us. Oh, so our time changes tonight. We spring forward an hour. So even though the clock now says it is 1 o'clock in the morning here, it's in a few minutes I'm going to change it. It's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning. So my time will be ahead an hour from now on, starting tomorrow. So I have no idea. How does that relate to, I got to figure out how that relates to Australia again. So it's what, 5 p.m. there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be 2, if it was 2 o'clock in the morning, so we'll be, if it was 1 o'clock, it would be 4 p.m. So I guess for you, it'll be an hour earlier. I'll be coming on an hour earlier than I normally do stuff because of the spring forward. And she just wanted me to leave it. Yeah, well, I always do. I always leave it. And I told her, you know, I always tell her, yeah, it's all for you. You just eat it whenever she eats little pieces and she thinks she's not eating much, you know. I just have a little bite. My dad, when he was still home, he says, your mom has a little bite about 20 times in the day. Well, she kind of has a little bit borderline high sugar, and she's not supposed to have a lot of sugar, which is okay. So she just has a little bite, but she has a little bite about 20 times. So this ends up being a lot. But I guess she's spreading it out. She does try to control it to some extent, but it's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go, and I will see you tomorrow. So if I put my makeup on something like 11, I think that'll be 2 o'clock in the morning and not 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, it should be an hour earlier. So I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Have a very good night or a good day, whatever you're doing. Have a great Sunday. Thank you. It's going to be cold. It is going to be cold here. It's 43 degrees, which I think in your world is 6 degrees. So we were at 88 today. I'm sorry, my throat's deteriorating. I need more decongestant. It was 88 high today, which would have been like 31, and it's dropped to 6. So we had a super cold front come through, but I think it's only lasting for tomorrow. Then it's getting hot again. You change back soon, too. That'll throw it off again. It's 5:22 p.m. Yeah. So it's like... So if it was tomorrow, it would be 4 p.m., 4:22. Yeah, it's going to, and then when yours changes, it'll completely throw me off again. I'll have to figure it out again. We'll figure it out again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks for watching. Bye.